So sorry I didn't get this initial update posted last night, but I was a little busy with getting this full bear done. I got too excited. I wanted to get it done. So on the Mini, I got a couple prints done. So I printed this tap handle yesterday first, and it is as good, if not better, than an ender print. And you notice she's not an amputee. She has both her arms, so that's a plus. And this is printed at 0.2 layer height. I can't even see the layer lines. That's pretty nice. And then this just got off the Mini. I used Prusa slicer, so the bottom here is printed at 0.3. And you can see the layer lines, but it's really clean. No noise, everything's flat. And then from the floor up is 0.2. Check out that the infill, smooth infill, pretty nice. And then there's no droopies between the bricks. Underneath, bridging, awesome. Looks like I need to come down on the bed just a little bit, close that opening up, but it's stuck. In the back, no drooping. Looks good. Let's go ahead and start another one. FDD tile. Yep. Alright. Get that stringy out. So for this guy now, the new 32-bit board, their code, it heats the hot end up to 170 and the bed up to its full 60. Then it will do its probing, come back here, wait, get the hot end back up to 215, and then do a purge and start printing. They're doing that 170 so it doesn't leave little dots around from oozing. So that's pretty cool. So all in all, I've only had it 2 days, so I've got many months of printing stuff, and I'm getting back to tiles. I need to do a bunch of sewer tiles next, so I'll get that on there. It's printing as good, if not better, than my Ender 3 Pro, which I spent some time modifying. And I spent 30 minutes putting 4 screws, 1 for the adjustable LCD angle, and 3 for the X and Z subassembly to the bed assembly. 3 screws, basically, and then, so that was about 20 minutes, and then another 10 minutes to build the spool holder, plug in the filament, run out sensor, and run the initial setup wizard and the first layer calibration wizard. And then I started printing that, and I just used the stock Mini 0.2 quality setting, and this is the Prusa Galaxy Silver with their filament setting, and just let it print. Came out, couldn't be happier. And it's got auto bed leveling, it's got a filament runout sensor, Bondtech dual gears, the Bowden Tube. So here's the big one, the difference between an Ender 3 and the Mini. Prusa was smart enough to use compression fittings for the Bowden Tube. So inside that brass nut, there's a solid brass or copper 360-degree compression fitting. So the tube doesn't spin as the hot end goes back and forth, and have 4 to 6 little teeth digging into it that eventually will let it pop up a little bit, and you start getting extruder issues. So they got rid of that problem by using a whole different compression fitting, a real compression fitting, except instead of that shark bite crap. That, I think, is going to make a big difference in the long run for reliability. And right now I'm just printing one tile a wall. It'll take 2 hours and 55 minutes at the 0.2 quality. I'm sure I can get that up higher. So 2 days, more than freaking happy with it. I don't have to modify it. There's no plastic extruder to wear out and jam. The fittings are way better. The hot end seems to be pretty good. The cooling on this thing is awesome. So you got a 5010 fan in the back, and you've got the hot end fan on the side here, and then all this proprietary stuff. It seems to work. It's an E3D heater cartridge and an E3D thermistor. And I think it's an E3D nozzle. Well, I know it's an E3D nozzle, 0.4. But the heat sink, the hot end, and the heat break that goes up into this metal thing is all new design. So I don't know if I can get a sock for this yet. I'll email support, see if they've got anything planned for that. But it's a nice little machine. It will fit 4 tiles. Take about, for full wall tiles, 4 will take 5 to 7 hours. Start a print, go to bed, wake up, pop them off with the flex plate. Start the next one, go to work, come back, they're done, pop them off, eat dinner, start the next batch, go to bed. I don't need this 48-hour CR10, let's print 12 tiles and take a week. Don't need it. And then the big thing I'm excited about is got a full Bear, including the X access and extruder. So this one here is a all 3D kit, $125, screws, everything. I've got another one for this one, but I had to spend another $12 to get some 240 by 350 millimeter extrusions. I booked a little too fast, was cutting the AMA kit down to make another Bear for this Prusa. And on the front page, they show these guys being 311 millimeters for the old style Y rod holder. Then I went, wait, it doesn't work. The rods don't fit. The rods are too long. What's going on? And then I dug in further into GitHub, and then updated drawing has 331 for this new style rod holder. So all the parts on here are the full Bear dev branch. So it's got the updated Y idler with a belt tensioner. This thing, Greg did. This design is awesome. And the new motor, Y motor support, way quieter. So if this was what came out of the box from Prusa, I wouldn't have had the nervous breakdown I did 7 months ago. Because so it's printing out a wall tile, and if we go down here, it's this quiet in normal mode, not even silent mode. I couldn't run normal mode with the stock frame. Too many buzzes, squeaks, rattles. So the big thing with this, why I updated to this, well, the extruder, the fan isn't tilted 45 degrees, whining because the bearings don't like that force. It doesn't want to be at 45 degree angle, so it's sitting up straight. And the new fan, so let's get this guy. This guy has been printing, so all the extruder parts are black ABS, and then the cooling fan shroud is ASA. This has been printing them that part hasn't drooped at all. It's staying absolutely flat. And oh, you can't see this guy. This guy I'm going to put a sock on. There's enough room up there to put a sock, and it won't melt the pieces down here like the stock Prusa extruder will. And the motor is Y offset is right, so the filament just goes straight down. Prusa screwed up, it's a millimeter off to the left, so it has to bend around the Bowden here, which is why these motors, the extruder motors, are getting hot. This cold. So if this is what a Prusa should be out of the box. So the big one, stock frame. Let me hold the desk. See the flex? This one. It's moving the desk. There is no, this thing is rock freaking solid. So these two, so this one here, I'll get the update, the two extrusions tomorrow, cut them to 331 and get this one full verified. And this guy here, I've got a bunch of extrusion nuts and bolts and T-nuts coming from China. It's on a slow boat, so maybe next month. So these two, I'm making my own kit. I bought this one just to support Greg and all 3D makers. But from now on, I can just build my own, because I got the Evolution chop saw. Took an hour and a half, got that dialed in to cut absolute 90s. So by Saturday, this one will be full verified, and then next month. So yeah, so this one here in normal mode is now just as silent as the Mini. Glory hallelujah. So once I get this one done on Saturday, I'll be done mucking with printers. I can go back to model work now and Dungeons and Dragons. More than happy with these printers. But this is what should have come out of the box in the first place. Alright, so I'll get some more prints done on the Mini. Give you an update. And right now I just need to print for a month or two to see how that Bowden Tube works out. If it doesn't eat itself like the Ender 3 does, done. I might order another one. Alright, check you guys all later.